Hello, hi, I am Christin Sambor. I am the founder of the Vivacious Cure and Energy Alchemy sessions. I just wanted to hop on today and really talk about what energy alchemy is, why it's different than Reiki, and I'll give you a few resources below in the description section below. There's going to be a lot more coming out. So if you would like to subscribe, hit the subscribe and like buttons so that you get notified of new videos. I am hoping to do it about every week, but we'll see how it goes. So what is energy alchemy? And I just want to go back to a little bit of a story of how it started for me. Before I got into energy work, I was in a breathwork session. And in that breathwork session, they get you to a state, your body gets to a state where your hands don't really, not that your hands, that your body kind of stiffens up. And what ended up happening is my hands were starting to move. And I was creating this ball of energy with my hands. And no matter what I did, I could not touch my hands together because there was so much energy in there. And what I was really curious was, could I see the energy? And I could see the energy lines go from finger to finger. As if I lifted my fingers up and put them back down, I could see those fingers and I could see the energy lines. I've not been able to see those types of energy lines since, but when I finished the end of that session, that breathwork session, the facilitators came up to me and they said, if you didn't know that you should be doing energy work, you definitely need to seek it out. So it was another confirmation that energy work was supposed to be something that I was doing. I didn't really know what it was going to be or what it's going to look like or anything like that. I didn't even know what types of energy work were out there for me to go do. So I ended up getting Reiki certified, and I went through all the levels and became a Reiki master and teacher, and have even held some of my own students and trained them in Reiki. And so I always knew what I was doing in my sessions was just a little bit different. And it took a while for me to really seek out what it was that I was doing. I knew it was different. I knew it wasn't just Reiki, but what exactly was it? And I finally found a mentor who was able to bring that up for me. And actually, two mentors. One mentor was teaching me different ways that I could help people as I was taking them on their journeys within Reiki and doing these healings, and the things that I was able to blast with lots of light and energy, I was really surprised about. And so being able to now, working with a new mentor, being able to have those words about exactly what I'm doing in these sessions has been super, super, super helpful. So how it's been explained, and I'm going to link to a Facebook page on here because we actually discuss it. I discuss it with my mentor, exactly what is coming through for me, as well as how it's different. And she's within this little 15-minute live, she actually channels with the archangels, and that is part of the live. So you can find out a little bit more in there. So how is Reiki different than what I do? So Reiki is really more on that surface level in the auric fields. And there's some chakra balancing that happens. So people might walk in with some physical pains, and through those balancing, through the Reiki energy is very healing. It assists the body with healing. It is absolutely amazing. That's not just what I do anymore. And so within my session, I really set it up with intentions, and a lot of those intentions are really letting the body to heal itself, really believing, really trusting. So we cover from the intention setting of releasing things. We're going to say, for example, we're going to release things with prior relationships that we can call in our true love. We are releasing things in our heart because of loss and because of grief. And so those are things that we might have held onto for so many years, so many lifetimes, and we're really ready to let it go. That is what I can absolutely help with in bringing those up and out of the body and transmuting them. And because we are multidimensional creatures, we are here and we have ancestral DNA, I can help heal all of those things. So the way that I do my energy sessions, I go into multiple levels of the body, down into the muscles, down into the bones, in order to move these things out of the body. So biggest thing is surrender. And if surrendering's not your thing, I get it. It's sometimes hard to surrender. But it's one of the most important things. And I can help teach my clients this, and sometimes it's slow and progressive, and sometimes it takes a little bit longer. But if you don't surrender, it's like going to church and handing over your prayers to God and then walking out of church with it still on your back. If you completely trust and you completely surrender, then you are unattached to the outcome and things start to happen in your favor. If you are going to hold on and you're not going to surrender, you're going to continue to carry the burdens. Will there be relief? Yes. Will there be as much relief from a session? Absolutely not. The other thing is that I'm here to really heal the hearts, to really ignite the world through these healings. And a lot of times forgiveness is a very big portion of these sessions. And a lot of my sessions, we don't do a lot of talking during the energy portion, but we do some talking before and after because there's a little bit of integration. I've held on to things for so many years that I had to learn to forgive myself. And so I have really awesome exercises, very simple exercises to do on forgiveness and on surrendering and on receiving too. And so being able to move through those things is very, very important. Acceptance is another thing that we'll go through within these sessions. And a lot of times it's people just accepting that they get to have some help in releasing. They get to have help, and they get to accept themselves for who they are and their desires and their needs, as well as accepting others for exactly where they're at on their path as well. And we don't always have to talk about everything, which is absolutely amazing. It's what I love about energy work. My sessions are also different because I feel the body. I feel a lot of what's going on in the body. I feel it in my physical body. I might cry. I might laugh. I might chant. My clients, the same things. They might feel tinglies in their fingers and their bodies. And then after, they might feel so much lighter. They feel like there's backpacks that have been lifted off of their shoulders. They feel their knots in their stomach, the vomiting, thoughts of vomiting have subsided. And so a lot of this takes trust in me as your practitioner, and trust that I will hold that space for you to release the things that you've pushed so far down, for it to come up, out, transmute it. I utilize a lot of different higher level, higher dimensional beings, including the archangels. And so a lot of times Archangel Metatron, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Uriel, Gabriel will all come in, and many, many, many others. I usually call in the team of your guardians, your guides, and your angels to be there to assist, because the more light that we have in working through these darker energies and these lower vibrational feelings and emotions, the easier it is to transmute and the more powerful of a session you get. I've noticed a lot of times, not only am I parched after my sessions, but a lot of my clients are parched too. So, I have done is I do require you to drink a lot of water before and after our sessions. It's 16 to 24 ounces before a session and 32 to 48 ounces after a session. And that really is to help solidify what's been going on and to get it out of our system, to get it out of our bodies. I also highly suggest that you take a shower or get in the ocean or intentionally do some sort of cleansing exercise to really just get it out of that auric field. Because when it exists in the auric field, it's still like fragmented and it's still there. It just hasn't manifested in the physical body yet. So we want to clear that out. I do believe that just like I have in my coaching practice, one session is absolutely amazing and we can work through a lot. The thing is, I really dig very deep into a lot of these different areas for you. And so a minimum of 3 sessions is what I would highly, highly, highly recommend. I totally understand everybody is at a different rate and pace, but if you are coming on a consistent basis in the beginning, it's a lot easier to keep up maintenance long term. And you don't have to go as deep as often, right? And so you'll have that consistency built up and the ability to go deeper with me. If that's not something, I totally understand, and I do have it priced so that the healing can get out there to a lot of people, and that I will do packages for those who are interested in really accelerating their healing process. Some people meet weekly, some people go bi-weekly. I do have clients that are more on a monthly basis because it's what works for them, their budget, and their time. So absolutely open to all of that. The really awesome thing that I do that I know not a lot of energy practitioners do is I do energy consults, because I go so deep with someone. If this is something that you are just not 100% sure on, if you want me as your practitioner, but like you really want to explore, if you've never had an energy session before, get on the phone with me. It's a quick 20-minute consult. I am happy to discuss kind of what we did here, but what it would really feel like for you, and a little bit more personalized action plan depending on what you're going through in your life. And then from there, we can kind of determine what the best next step is. If it is something that you are comfortable moving forward with, I might even give you a little taste of energy work just so you can see before we get into a session. And it's just a really cool little service that I do. It is free, link below. And if there's any questions at all, or you have any questions for the medium that I work with, just let me know. Put them in the comments below, tag me, send me a DM. I'll put all my contact information in there. And I'm really excited to support you and to support really the wounded warriors of the light to really step into their power, to remove these things that we have held on to for way too many lifetimes, way too many years. And I hope that you have a really wonderful and blessed day. Thank you.